Hi everybody, my name is Frank Collins. I am the Assistant Dean Year 1 in the Faculty of Engineering at the University of New Brunswick here in Fredericton. Thousands of students have walked down this path to Head Hall in the background there. It's the engineering complex. And if you were to ask any of the people who shared time with us here what the most valuable thing was that they learned while with us, they would say that it's something that they didn't learn in a textbook. What they learned was the ability to learn. More specifically, they learned that they were the teacher. For the first time in a really long time, they were in charge of their own learning. And the university was more or less an observer and a helper along the way. You see, you're not here to get a degree. You're here to get an education. And by definition, an education is a journey. It's a journey that's filled with obstacles and challenges and things that you can't anticipate. You have to plan ahead. You must persist. And you must have passion for what it is that you're doing. In fact, I would say that those three things form a triangle. And if you have lots of passion, then it will feel as though time is flying by. And the times that you must persist don't seem as frequent. But if you don't have passion, it will become a struggle. So make sure it is that you love what you do. And I would encourage you, when it comes to the planning aspect, to not look too far ahead. There are so many things that will happen to you along the way that you can't anticipate what's around the corner from where you are now. Instead of looking 4-5 years down the road, look 4 months down the road and ask yourself, what do I need to do to plan for 4 months from now? And then just trust that where you will be at the end of 4 months will align with the next 4 months. And then, what do you need to do to plan for the next 4 months and the next 4 months? So there could be a co-op placement, or there could be a summer job, or a study exchange, or an opportunity to conduct research with one of our professors here at the university. These things could change your perspective. They likely will. So, count on that. Plan for change. So, since we don't want you to look too far ahead, we want you to know that we have registered you into your courses, or we soon will. Don't worry about that. That's our commitment. We may be the only faculty on campus that is actually going to do that. But don't worry about that. Instead, focus on what you need to do to transition yourself to an ability or a place where you can teach yourself in a classroom of one. I'd like for you to think back to when you were like 1 or 2 years old, and when you were learning to walk and talk. You probably can't remember much of that. Well, back then, you weren't afraid to fall down and get up. You weren't afraid to talk without making perfect sentences. Be that person, and you'll be just fine. Looking forward to seeing you in the fall. Frank out.